Welcome to Let's Talk English. Today I will be writing an essay live in front of you. The essay question is: access to clean water is a basic human right. Therefore, every home should have a water supply that is provided free of charge. And the question type is: do you agree or disagree? Now, while you're thinking that why should I decide to get into this video, I'll make things very clear. My name is Kshitij and I am an IELTS teacher, trainer, educator, and I've been doing this since the past 6 years. I myself have a band 8.5 in my own IELTS test plus a 7.5 in my speaking and writing, so you are most likely looking at a very credible source. Moreover, this is a Cambridge question from the recent book, so if you can bear with me in the session, most likely you'll get a proper idea of how to write an agree or disagree essay in the most simplest of forms. So let's begin. Do you agree or disagree? Yes, I agree. So my opinion here is I agree. Okay. Reason one, I agree with this because I feel clean water is a basic human right and essential for public health. Rather, most essential thing. Okay. Reason two is that free availability of clean drinking water gives way to an ideal society and an ecosystem. The thing that I have in mind here is Japan. Okay, so this is my planning. Free availability, AVAI. Okay. My God, what happened to my mouse? Yeah, I'll write it again. Alright, I hope. Sometimes things get stuck. Fuck, it's out of Zoom. Okay, I think I should have made better decisions when it comes to zooming everything, but I'll still carry on, right? Let me start with the essay. Right, let me... Okay, cool. So, first of all, I need to paraphrase the question statement. How does that go? It is widely believed in public consensus that clean water is essentially a basic human right, and every person / family on this planet must get free access to it. That's my paraphrased question statement. Now let's move ahead and get into the opinion statement that we have to write. And remember, we have to mention the reasons as well, right? So I'll go ahead and write, in my opinion, this is 100%. Oh, right. Percent correct, and I strongly believe this statement as the availability, the free of cost availability of clean water is okay, the most essential thing for human civilization, and additionally it's I've written already free availability multiple times, I guess. At least one time though I've written. Consensus is a basic human right, must get free access to it, and additionally it is at most necessary for the establishment and survival of an ideal society with its natural ecosystem of other living beings than humans. So first paragraph is complete. Now we're going to get into the next paragraph that talks about essential for public health. Yes, so all right. Firstly, see, I am going to give two reasons behind my opinion, right? So a great connecting word here could be firstly. Firstly, clean water for drinking and other purposes is a survival. What can I write here? Is a question of survival. Without this, no one can imagine for staying alive for even a few days. Even when it comes to nature, it provides clean drinking water, access to every creature without it invariably provides clean drinking water access to every feature on this planet through rivers and freshwater lakes. So it goes, therefore, it automatically becomes the duty of every government. Let's write administration. We won't even have to write elected government or monarchy to provide this, to supply clean water to every household without charging a single penny. We were saying basic human right and essential for public health. So now I think we can talk about the example. For instance, it is quite evident that when United Nations surveyed every country on its public amenities. It made sure that its presence forced over 200 nations to provide clean water to every household. Forced over 200 nations to provide clean to each and every citizen of the nation, irrespective of its I think it's enough, right? Because then we'll be just beating around the bush. Okay. Now, the next thing, for instance, when the United Nations, all right, we're almost 50% done with the essay. Okay. Now, when it comes to the next part, that is your free availability gives. Okay, I'll choose to add to it. When governments do carry their duties of providing clean water access to their citizens in every corner, one additional benefit that it gains without extra effort is the blooming of other living creatures and transforming the society into a happier place. In simple words, in human societies, even nowadays, there exist pet animals such as dogs and cats, and moreover, birds and all when clean water is available throughout, this ecosystem prospers on its own, and this blesses the society in unimaginable ways never witnessed before. A case in point here is Japan's exceptional delivery of clean water, not just to households, but also in the public areas. And a surprising development of this was the development of fish in their public water channels, which has now become a tourist attraction and pulls thousands of visitors just of this, ultimately adding Alright, we've done para 1, para 2, para 3. Now we're talking about conclusion. In a nutshell, I would reiterate that clean water is not an option but a fundamental duty of governments to carry out without the demand of any In a nutshell, I would reiterate that clean water is not an option, but a fundamental duty of governments to carry out. They should do this without charging any money from the citizens, as it is their basic human right, which will lead to a happier, healthier society. Right. I am very afraid, but I have to check the word count. Is 393. All right. Thank you. First of all, thank you for being here almost more than 15-17 minutes. One thing. Second, I will be posting in the comments or in the description a cleaner version, a rechecked version of this, but you got a hint as to how to write this. More or less, that essay should not be having any kind of repeat words, and it would not be 393 words, but rather something around 300 words. Yes, do let me know if you need anything, if you have any questions around how to do any other kind of essays. My intention would be that I could bring you one essay every day and cover the Cambridge books. That being said, thank you for watching the video, and I'll meet you tomorrow with another essay. Do let me in the do let me know in the comments, how did you feel about this video? Do give a like and subscribe to the channel if you got any value. Thank you and bye-bye.